I'm handling the challenge more with the logical reasoning and with the reading comprehension session more. So I really haven't started with the games yet.
Right, but you can. I mean, like I said, there is a logical order of approach you can take for the games so that you're not approaching them haphazardly, but rather systematically. Again, easy ordering, moderate ordering, difficult ordering, easy grouping, moderate grouping, difficult grouping. Again, foundation first. Read the articles, watch the videos, then complete several practice problems of that type.
Okay. All right. Would there be sessions where you do games, to check it and see because I feel like I'm more of a demonstrative kind of person. If I can be shown how to do it, that would be more helpful so that when I'm alone by myself, I can know what to be studying for and what to be looking out for.
Well, the study plan gives you that plan of attack. It shows you what to be doing. So if you want to demonstrate, I mean, it's telling you, do these problems. So if you want to demonstrate whether you know how to solve them, then just do the listed problems after you've studied the foundational material. And obviously, it might take more than 1 or 2 games for things to click. You might have to do a dozen or 2 dozen of a certain type before the patterns start to set in. But it's doable.
Because most of what I do with the study is on the LSAC, the website.
Yeah.
That's where I've been practicing the questions on my tablet, just so I'm familiar with what it's all about.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. But the issue is that there are only a few exams on LSAC's website. There are many, many more exams. There's nearly 100 released exams, and there are currently only 3 or 4 on LSAC's site. So if you want more, I would suggest either using the books of 10 on Amazon or using the PDFs. Wherever you get them, it's worth studying more than just 3 or 4 exams before the test, of course.
Okay. Well, I think basically that's where I was stuck. That's where I was really stuck. How to get started with the games? How to get started? That's where I was stuck.
Yeah, so that's the plan basically. Again, like I said, they're all scrambled in the published exams, and so just diving and doing exam after exam, there's not going to be really a method to it. But what I've done in the study plans is I've broken it down or categorized all the games by type so that you're doing ordering games and starting to see the patterns within ordering games. Then you're doing grouping games, you're seeing the patterns there. But if you do them by type, you can start to see the common trends and common diagramming techniques. And that makes the game section as a whole much more comprehensible. Additionally, because you're doing the foundational material before doing problems of that type, so when you encounter those problems, you're more likely to actually have a language or a technique or a symbolic diagramming style to solve that. So what other questions do you have for me, Emmanuel?
Just the games. Games is what I feel like. I feel like that's where my deficiency has been. I think that could be the jump between the score that I have now and the score that I want to get to. So I feel like if I can apply more time and practice to it, I can get that jump that I want.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how many games have you done so far?
A couple of games, not a lot, but I've done more reading, logical reasoning, and other sections more because I feel that I'm more comfortable with them right now. I know what the stems are asking for. I know what the inference, what the stimulus is asking for. I know what is strengthening, what is weakening. You know what I mean? I know how to answer these ones more as compared to the games. I feel like I'm lost on the game because I haven't done them in a while. That's why.
Well, then the solution is to do them, right? I mean, that's your lowest hanging fruit right now. The fact that you've only done a couple of games, you haven't even scratched the surface.
I haven't, No,
if there are nearly 100 exams, that means there's nearly 400 released LSAT logic games.
Yeah.
And if you did even half of them, you would be leagues beyond where you are now. It's just a question of exposure and repetition. You got to put in the time.
Yeah.
And so get your hands on one of those books of 10 exams from LSAC. They're on Amazon. The books are about $20 each. And you will then have a set of 40 games you can practice and do them and redo them so the patterns start to become more natural for you.
Yeah, I have a couple of Kaplan books too. So I'm definitely going to I use that to Kaplan. The Kaplan.
Yeah,
Kaplan
those could be okay. Just make sure that they're using real official LSAT exam questions, because some of those old Kaplan books, they're using fake games that are unrealistic or contain mistakes. You want to also make sure that they're relatively recent games.
So how do you know it's recent? Just on the year?
Yeah, so based on the year or based on the prep test number. And so anything numbered exam 52 and up would be from the year 2007 and up, which is fairly recent. But I wouldn't want you doing something from the early 1990s now if your exam is within the next few months. You're better off focusing on more recent material that's a better reflection of what the LSAT is currently like, because it has evolved over time.
Okay, so anything over 2003?
Ideally 2007 and later.
2007, okay.
When are you taking the LSAT? Do you have a test date booked?
Yeah, April 25th next year.
Good. So you have some time, actually. That gives you 5-6 months. So you could, if you want to, if you really want to master games, you could do every single logic game ever released. 400 games over the course of 5 to 6 months is totally doable. And if you're less comfortable with them, if you're avoiding them in favor of reasoning and reading comp, again, like I said, that's your lowest hanging fruit now. If you make games the majority of your prep for even just the next few months, you would see an astronomical improvement in your game's ability. Games are the most perfectible section. So it is worth spending a good amount of time on them. So I'd say for you, get all the games, but don't just limit yourself to 3 or 4 exams. There's many more out there.
All right, well, I think it's a good start. If I can definitely get started, like you said, to get onto the games, then I think that then I can move forward.
Fantastic. Any other questions you have for me today?
I know. I think basically that's all I have.
Great. So what would you say is the biggest insight you got from our call today?
At least a plan on how to go about the games, how to attack them, what is relevant to my course of study, and just the idea of getting started, like doing it. I think that's something that I haven't been sure about how to go about it. So I think this call was able to do.
Great. Well, please keep in touch and let me know if you need anything at all as you move forward.
Appreciate it, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.